notification. All right, so this is our fourth class. And for today's class, we're going to go over the bookkeeping that you guys have entered. So I'll need you to access your Excels, pull up those. I would prefer that we go over the personal one. However, if that one's not ready, let's take a look at the business bookkeeping template, and then we're going to take a look at the actual budget, because now is the time to input these numbers so you can get a preliminary budget and move on from there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open the Google Drive and take a look at your bookkeeping, and then we'll quickly move over to the budget template. So those are the two documents you need to have opened, and I'll show you how we're going to complete it. Any questions so far? All right, I hopped right in, but how was your last 2 weeks of putting this stuff in? How'd it go, you guys?
It was okay.
Good, good. Zade, what was your experience?
I mean, it's okay. I mean, I have a few questions that I have for you on Thursday, but overall, it was fine.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Jasmine?
It was okay. It was just hard with so many other things going on, finding the time to do that. But once you're in it, it's just, you're there. It starts rolling. So
Understood. And I appreciate that. That is so true. Jason, what we've done is I've asked you to pull up the completed budgeting template. Hopefully the personal one is the one that we can all go over together. And then today is the day that we take these bookkeeping totals and put them into your budget. So you're going to need both of those items for today's class.
Great.
And if you want to give us some feedback on how your last 2 weeks went with all the data entry.
Lots of data entry. Still working through it. Yeah, I've got 2 more months to go, May and June, but it's been quite enlightening, and I don't know, I'm starting to get some positive vibes from this exercise.
Good. That's really good to hear. All right. So I'm going to look really quickly. Are you all having any issues accessing the actual budget template that we're going to be using for this class? Make sure I should be in class 4, right, Kyra? Okay.
Yes.
Sounds good. All right, so let's see. If y'all have any questions while I'm looking at everyone's work, feel free to ask. Sade, you said you had something you were saving for Thursday, but do you think it's something the group benefit from?
Maybe. I just didn't know how to categorize this and wanted to create a new account name without messing up the sheet. It's like refunds or returns, because the only 3 accounts under, this is for the business bookkeeping, the only 3 accounts under like deposits is net income and honor contribution, so the only 2. So do I put like any refunds that I get just under net income, because I was saving that for like client payments and stuff?
That's how it should be. I'm glad you said that this was for the business. That's exactly how it needs to be for the business. So if you have a return for your business, that needs to offset whatever the initial expense was that you purchased, because we're trying to budget for the actual expense. So if you spent $30 at Home Depot and then now you got a refund, that actual expense item will be reduced. So that's where that particular refund needs to go. If it's something different, we would approach it differently. But for the business transaction, exactly.
So put it in net income?
No, but you would put a credit for the expense. So find whatever. Who would you get the refund from?
Amazon.
What did you buy from Amazon that got refunded?
I don't know. I'd have to go look at Amazon and see.
So it should offset that expense because that expense has now been wiped out because it got refunded. So wherever you put it initially, that's what needs to be offset.
Offset as in you delete it, erase it from my expense column?
No, you're going to record the initial purchase that you bought from Amazon
Yes.
and office supplies.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have a negative amount for whatever amount was refunded to you in office supplies under expenses. And so when we look at your total office supplies for the whole period, it's going to be right.
That makes sense. Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Welcome. All right. I'm just asking, y'all can say no to this. Is anyone open to me using their budget as an example for the class today?
Like our bookkeeping template?
Yes, because we're going to actually complete the budget and I want to show you how it goes in.
Yeah, you can use mine.
Oh, perfect. All right. Jasmine.
The personal one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So everyone has the bookkeeping budget open, and you also have your totals for your. Let me repeat it. You have your bookkeeping template open, and also the budget empty template open. Correct. All right. So I'll show you what that is. What I'm gonna do.
Wait, what budget? Or you said there was a new budget template?
Exactly.
I haven't. I went back to my drive and I don't see a class 4. Is it class 3 still?
I'm the same.
Kyra, help me out.
I'm looking.
Okay. So she'll get that to you guys.
I have
Yeah, I see the
another
class
question.
3. I don't see class 4 yet.
Okay. We're doing personal. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and go over the bookkeeping side, just so you guys know where we're pulling from.
Excuse me, can I ask another question before we go into that?
Sure.
This is a follow-up to my earlier question about the offsetting. This refund that I'm trying to log is on like December 5th. And so the actual purchase was in November. So I don't think that me putting a minus is going to accurately like zero it out because it's 2 different months.
Okay, but we're taking all the information on a per month basis. And we're going to use those to equal our total. So the only tab, which I'm about to show everyone, the only thing that we're looking at is the combined accounts. So yes, it will have the net effect that we're looking for.
Okay.
Okay. So this would be Zade's. And we see December through June is completed. And that's one type of account. The second one, we just have expenses. There's no cash.
I've only done the Wells Fargo checking.
You didn't do this one?
Not all of it, no.
Okay, so if you guys, if we need another week for you to complete your data entry, we can do that. But I really want to go ahead and show you the next step so that you can see the budget, because we haven't really gotten to budgeting so that you guys could see why we're doing all this and then start tweaking your numbers. So if you need one more week to finalize your items, take it. Because if this combined total, the combined accounts, and we're looking at these numbers and it's not totally representative of what your financial needs are, it's going to give you a fake result, a false result. And we don't want to look at that information and make judgment from it because it's not realistic, okay? So we'll do this one as an example. And so next week we can revisit and make sure that everyone has let me let Mary Kate in. We're going to make sure that everyone has completed information that we're putting into the budget. Does that sound good? Or does anyone have a suggestion on how they feel we should move forward?
I mean, I could use the extra time for sure. Almost done, but if you need it to be done, then I'm not done quite yet.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and show the process. And then next week, I guess will be a mix of making sure that you guys have it together as far as totaled and ready to be used for a budget. And then for those who are finished, we'll just have a recap of, okay, my stuff is in the budget and these are the things I'm finding, because we will do budget versus actual using June information, since June just ended. All right, so don't worry, we'll work through it. All right, so I see Zade has an issue going on here with the number that didn't flow over for June. So let me take a look at that and see where it's coming from. This June looks fine. This June looks fine. So we should have, which one is giving me issues? May, which account is this? Automobile. Okay. Is it this one? I can't really see my screen. I'm limited. So we're going to assume that the 92236 is right. That I will touch base on this and see what's causing this REF in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
We have the total column. This is what we're going to use in our budget template. Kyra, is Zade's folder updated with the budget template?
I'm making her one now.
Okay. So let's see. So on your sheet, it should be column I on the combined accounts. That is going to be what we're using. So this is 6 months worth. We're going to take this total number and we're going to divide it by 6 months to get an average of what comes in, an average of what goes out. And then she'll know what she has to do. Oh, we got too many REFs. Let me see real quick if I can figure out what this REF is doing.
If mine is messed up, you can use someone else's.
Well, you go to 57 here, 53 here. That's the issue. 53. Is anyone else having any issues with their Excel not lining up across the tabs?
Only when I added in a new row. It's not showing up for the combined. But that's it, only for one of the rows.
Okay, let me back up and go through that then, because I'm going to do it for this one. So if you can follow the process, and again, this is being recorded, so you can go back and rewatch the process. Where we at? Around, I don't know how many minutes in we are, maybe 15 minutes in, and you'll see this process. So what I've noticed on this particular one is we have 57 rows here. The total starts at line 58. So that's what we should have across the board. So I'll go here. Total should be line 58. So I'm going to add, 4 rows. I highlight them. Want to insert 4 rows. Now the total's on line 58. There are other things that need to happen, but let me just go and do that. And that's 5. Line 58. Then cash, that's 54. Insert, that's at 58. And then combined 52. I don't know if that's going to do it. All right, 58. So now we at least have all of the sheets run totals is at line 58. Now, one thing I didn't check was our income to see if those were lining up. Expenses starts at line 13. On this one, expenses start at line 12. It needs to start at line 13, so something's going on there. Expenses line 12. Expenses line 12. Do you guys see your own spreadsheets and make sure everything's lining up correctly? Expenses line 12. All right. So 13, we have these two, 13. So that needs to be 13. So we have income, total income, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, it's because I added refunds.
That's
But-
what it is.
Yeah.
Should I leave it?
Well, you told me to.
Offset the expense.
Yeah.
So I can delete this one, but where does it go?
I mean, I would have to go look at my statement and offset each expense.
All right. So this is personal. Can I choose? I don't know what I can choose. Thank you. I just put it in honest draw. No. You have one. Refunds to be reclassified. All right. So it was 63.35. Oh, it's a combination. It's two things.
Yeah.
I like the way you did that. Okay, Control V. And we're going to grab this. $70. All right. April. 70. Then I'm going to change the format too so it'll match the right format. And we go back up. The 140, that's a formula with a couple. All right, and that's June. All right, Control V.
So
Yes.
I know we had added a refunds for credit cards. Do we need to also add a refunds for checking as well?
Can you bring me back into context?
So just like Zyde has refunds here, right? And I guess it's going to help to balance everything out at the bottom. Should we be doing the same for our checking account? Because I wasn't adding any refunds on this particular page. I was just doing expenses only because at the end of my bank statement, I think it already kind of balances out. I don't know.
It sounds good. I'm
Okay.
wondering, when you did your balance check, did you
Mhm.
have any discrepancies?
Oh, sure. So let's see. Some of them I'm not done. And then one of them, actually, no, this one looks pretty good. I just need to continue adding. So I'll figure out that part this week. So I'll have that for Thursday, maybe, if there's any discrepancy. So far, it's so good. Like it's on point for everything to balance out.
So if your refunds, let's definitely look at that on Thursday. I want to know
Okay.
where your refunds are going and see if we need to treat them differently than we initially thought.
Okay, sure. Like I said, for credit cards, we added that in, but I hadn't considered it for a checking account.
And you may have some.
Oh, definitely, yes. Mhm.
Okay, because that's the thing. If your budgets, and does this one have a total check? The personal budget sheet didn't have a check point, you guys. Only the business one did. But if your total deposits shown here is different from the total deposits that's on your bank statement, something's missing. So we'll
Mhm.
need to see what that is and make sure there's no differences. So
So I feel like you moving my refunds down to the expenses is
Yes.
changing the total deposit number.
it is.
So just ignore that?
No, we just need to explain it. So the whole point of us doing this is, let me just recap the reason why we have this workaround. The whole reason why we're doing this anyways is to see the total amount of money that you spend in each category. So if you're having your deposits and have refunds, we could put, okay, we have the refund of 125 up here. But what we're not going to do is take this refund and put it on our budget like a form of income that we're anticipated to receive. That's not our goal here.
Yeah.
So if we have a discrepancy in deposits and we can explain it away and say, look at the expenses below, you'll see as a reduction in a certain expense. That's the tie we're looking for, and that's going to give us the numbers we need, and that area won't be skewed. You're perfectly right. So it seems as if I need to add it back in here. And then at the bottom, we're going to be off of that same amount if that's what's going to happen. Or leave it free here. Have that column that you need to show you the discrepancy. It's not going to tie. It's going to be off by the amount you refunded. We'll know that. But again, your expense will be properly stated. Do I need to re-say that for anyone?
I understood the first 90%. What I don't understand, because I understand you saying that the purpose of this is for us to know how much we're spending on expenses and how much we're getting on income. So if we're like spending something on, like, I don't know, a book and then refunding it, then we're not really spending it as an expense. We shouldn't include it in our budget because we didn't spend it really. So that total, I mean, I get that. But then the way the totals are set up, I don't get how we're going to work around the totals not equaling like the balance check.
Exactly. So let's say this one. Here we go. This is a perfect example. So what I did was I took your refund to be reclassified as a certain expense of $63.35. Well, your bank expenses is $646 now. It used to tie at $582. If I take this out, you're tying. There is no discrepancy. That matches your bank statement. That's what we're seeking. However, this refund that was deposited into your account has affected some expense that we haven't determined yet. So for our purposes, we need to know how much you spent in that category. We cannot take that refund money and claim it as a stream of income because that's not what it is. So that is going to be a $63.35 discrepancy that we're going to have. Control C. And it's explainable. This balance check is off by $63 because of this refund that's there that you received as a deposit that's not an expense.
Are you supposed to put a minus there?
Yes. Am I still on vacation? All right, let's do that one. That's exactly it. So it's the other direction. We good, guys?
So this is letting us know that my expenses for January were actually $519.40 rather than the $582.
No, it's not. We can't do that.
We
That's
can't.
not what it's letting you know. No, this is letting you know that you had a refund of your office supply expense. So your overall office supply expense is going to be reduced by the amount that got refunded to you.
Okay.
That's what it's telling you.
All right.
Please. Thank you for taking that. All right. So I'll go to the end and you'll see. So what we've done is relocated this. I need to make sure your B55 through H is captured. These look like they're captured. Okay. The refunds is here. That's going to be off a little bit. We'll revisit this next week if we need to. This one, the names are there, the totals, just making sure it gets everything. These are not going down. All right, so I'm dragging the names down. Balance check, how are we off?
I haven't typed in amount on bank statement.
hold on, something's wrong. I just did 54, 55, 60, 78. So 54, I should be 51. All right, let me make sure your thingy's right.
Okay.
14, 15, 16. Is that off? 14, 15, 16. So this is 14, 15, 16. Hold on, wait a minute, because I forgot you have refunds here. So this starts on 13. So this needs to start on 13. And this needs to start on 13. So you just use the numbers to your advantage. 12, 13. So I'm gonna leave that refund up there. Number 10 is refunds. Insert one above. Hold on, I think I need to take that back now. Delete. All right, hold on. I gotta undo some things. To each tab I'm undoing because what I really needed to do was add in for 10 refunds. That's what I really need to do. So savings and insert one. Does that make sense? All right, so let me quickly do that. Insert and insert. All right, so now I think it'll make sense. Total deposits, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, drag this over. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, 10. So everything's updated there. Let me go back to the beginning. Refunds, this one, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Which Saturday is going to have to add some. And then this total 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, expenses, B14. All right, now let me check my names again. 13, 14. That's right. So,
Excuse me.
yes.
I know the accounts, if you want to put those 9.99 and 53.36 in the right spots, if that will make it make more sense.
Yes.
9.99 is subscription entertainment.
Subscription. Is that in S's?
It should be up top, I think. App subscription.
This one is minus $9.99.
Yeah.
It actually looks really good because you have plus $9.99, minus $9.99, so it's really $5.23. That look good. All right.
336 is also app subscriptions, but it looks like it carried over from December.
Okay, so now we only have the 53.36 there.
That's app subscriptions also.
That one is too?
Yes, but it carried over from December.
Okay. App subscription. Oh, yeah, it sure did. Okay. Minus 53.36. So for these 2 months, 523 is what you actually spent for app subscriptions. We good there with everyone?
Yeah.
All right, let me quickly move on so we can get to what we need to cover. All right, so this one looks fine. I think I was with the names. 14, 15. You're not even using these medical bills. But let me make sure it copies down right. Medical bills is the one I need to be looking out for. That looks better. Medical bills is now housekeeping, so I have to move that to medical bills. Okay. Let me see what's going on here. You have YouTube, app, automobile insurance. That's medical bills again. I hope that's accurate and not something that just got copied over. Same thing with withdrawals. We'll check it, but I think at least your formula looks good now. I still have a ref. The first one, Wells Fargo, PayPal. So let me copy the one above it. So apparently 383 is supposed to be there. Your total is not supposed to be a number. It's supposed to be a sum. So let's copy this formula down. So you have your sums, no totals. And so those look good now. That's good. Wait a minute. We have refs here. This one doesn't have formulas. All right, you guys. Let me go up and down. All of your names in column A should be the same. All right. And the total here, B16 through B58. 16. It looks good. I don't know why it's REF. Oh, because rainy day is REF. All right, so let me copy this formula down. Are y'all good with copying your formulas down? I hope so. All right, let's go. All right, so this looks better. This looks better. This is combined. So each tab has whatever was spent that month. We have 10 there. PayPal, we have 9. It still needs some formatting. I want to make sure it's accurate before I pull it over, which I might have to take more time to do. Wells Fargo had 9. Cash had nothing. So combined had 9. So let's see what these totals are. We have 2 sets of totals. 9293, 58, 58. 58 is total. Why we have 59 total? Do I have extra line here? I hope that's what it is. All right, let's make sure we're good again. 12,172, 9,000 for that total, plus 900. And that's 900 again. She's going to make sure. But that looks close to 12,1. How do y'all feel about that? I think this Excel is usable, so I'm moving over to the budget template now, okay? So again, you're going to go to combined totals, which is supposed to represent the total of each separate tab that you have. So it's really important to make sure that what's in those tabs is accurate, and we're going to pull this. So Zade, if you could keep that open, we're going to take these exact same names only from the combined account sheet, and that's what we're going to use for our budget template. I'm so excited that we're actually going to budgeting, y'all. Y'all, I'm excited. We've been talking about bookkeeping for a while, and now we get to actually put it into the budget. All right, so let's see what we got. School of Music, class 4, entering numerical data. Okay, so let's see. According to Zade, where's it at? Is it here? Personal bookkeeping. It's business for somebody else. Okay, make sure I don't get lost. So for the budget, we have 3 revenue streams. If you need to add one for yourself, we will. So for her, we have income from business, transfers received, transfers from savings. So what is the first thing we need to do right here? And of course, refunds. The first thing we need to do is to determine what our income streams are. From what she's showing us, we have income from business. Is that correct, Zade? February through June, December and January, there's no income from business?
What did you say? Which months?
December and January seems to be zero income from business.
I doubt it.
So what are these? Did your total deposits? Let's go to Wells Fargo. So for Wells Fargo, there is nothing here for December and January. We just have the transfers. So is there another account that would have received your income? PayPal maybe? There's no income.
My paper statement, because that doesn't sound right.
I know.
December and January. December. No, I have some income. I don't know why it didn't go there. Total is 1370.
December?
Yeah.
Well,
No,
okay.
no, I'm talking about the total deposits. I'm reading the screen.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not right.
All right. So that would be something you should revisit because I've said it 100 times. This class is really important. This bookkeeping is going to flow through to our budget template. So I thank you for sharing that with us. So we're going to go with the income stream that we're aware of because transfers received, transfers from saving, and refunds are not income events. We needed this to get our numbers right, but that does not flow to our budget. We're only budgeting for income. So let me do a copy of this name, and we're going to go to your budget template and your revenue stream. It's going to be income from business.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So first of all, the months need to be 7/1, which you guys will have to update that on your end. However, the one that we shared is January through May. It needs to be 7 December through May. And then June is actual. So we might have to add a column for you guys. 7. No. Should be December through May.
So for the budget planning, it's December through May, and then budget versus actual is June and so on.
Right. So the budget versus actual starts correctly, but we just need to add that extra month for December. And instead of 5-month total, we'll have 6-month total. All right. And so this is going to be Zade's income. Again, we're pulling it from the total 4838 and copy that. And we're going to paste just the value. So this is what she would be budgeting. We already know it's skewed a little bit because we have to account for January and December's income earnings, which we'll do. And also this formula is based off 5 months, which is going to be based off 6. We'll do 12/01, 22, and well, I'm gonna copy it and put it over there, but let's just grab that. And it needs to be divided by 6. And then this is this one. So all these 8s, all 6 months would total the 6-month total. So that's your checkpoint. So all I did was take the total that you gave me and we divided by 6. So we have an idea of how much to anticipate every month. Make sense? So this green column is what you'll be completing with your revenue streams. Again, when you're looking at your bookkeeping, there's no need to go into all these individual tabs. We're going to go straight from here, which I didn't do. It's 57, 59. So let me change hers to 57, 59, 91. That's her total income, 57, 59, 91. So it changed a little bit. And again, once she gives me the January and December, it'll change even more. All right. So now for the expenses, it's going to be the exact same thing. So let me update my formula before I get started, since I added December here. All right. This is going to be equal to this. And this is J14 divided by 6. J14 divided by 6. Oh, it's K. There we go. So K14 divided by 6. And then these are going to be the exact same thing. So let's see what she had. Her expenses are these apps. I think I should be able to grab those. Let me see how many columns I'm working with over here to see if I can just pull it on down. I have 48. If you guys need more, it's not even 48. Let's see how many it is. 32 and a few blank ones. So if you have more than 32, you need to adjust your spreadsheet to add for the additional expense items. All right, so I'm going to skip YouTube and Ipsy because I know that she's going for the total. These two are repeats of the total entertainment. So I'm bypassing that. All right. 39, I'm going to be in trouble a little bit. So we don't have rent, water, birthday, family trips. So let me grab some of these. App subscriptions. And I'm going to paste it. Values only. It took me down through 43. So shopping and recreation. Am I losing anyone? Okay, good. Then we're picking right back up with investments and items to be reclassified. Control V. Ooh, not Control V. We are pasting values. So you paste values. So we had enough space. I got all of her expenses in. So now the next thing is to fill in that value. All right, sounds good? So every number that's in orange, we're going to put it in the corresponding budget template. Sada, can you read those to me?
Read what to you?
The total amount that I need to be inputting for your 6-month total for these various expenses. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yeah, app subscriptions is $260.90.
Mm-hmm.
Necessity $148.40. Insurance $1306.69. Next $836.68.
Well, what is it?
Automobile repairs. Bank.
Oh, already messed up. 1306.69.
Yeah, that was insurance.
0 for fuel. 0 for fuel.
It's not in my bank statement. I don't have any transactions from Sheets. Maybe I use a different card for that.
Okay, so we have to find what card you use and make sure we're accounting for that statement as well, because we want this to be complete. All right, automobile repair and maintenance.
$836.68.
Mm-hmm.
Bank fees is $50. Skip down to Old Navy. It's $134.94.
Hold on. 134.
94.
Okay.
Belk is 140.
Mm-hmm.
West 38 is 75. Bank of America 220. Eating out 379.17.
Okay.
Skip down to groceries 59.69.
Mm.
I'll probably use a different card for that.
I was about to say, you eating off $10 a month, girl.
Housekeeping is $488.51. Jocelyn, too much, getting rid of her. 660.37.
Oh wow.
Medical bills, I don't know what you copied and pasted for that,
75.
but
So
I
it's
don't.
375.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's not legit.
I don't pay any medical bills, so I'm not. I don't know where you copied and pasted that from. But I mean, I can look into that later.
Okay. So we'll zero that.
Transfers to friends, $714.30.
Mm-hmm.
Transfers to PayPal, $662.74. Transfers to savings, $3,237.
2,237.
Pet care, $644.68.
Okay.
Shopping, $803.73.
803.73.
Investments, $169.43. And rainy day savings, I don't use that.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure where that came from.
Which is the default.
Okay. So
We're good? We're not good because we only have 6,000. It's supposed to be 9,000. What else you
withdrawals is 220. And then refunds is 210.25.
All right, you guys, this is another checkpoint. So here it said, oh, we had 5,000 in income here at the transfers. We're not including as income. Then when we come over here, we had expenses of 12. Now let me check the numbers. 58 through 58, B through H.
Rainy day just shouldn't be there. I don't spend anything in rainy day.
Yeah, we have 0 there.
No.
Yeah.
There's 375.
375 is for the oh, that's 0.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll have to adjust it. There should be no discrepancy between this total here and then the total that we're putting in your 6-month total. Those numbers should be the same. That's going to be a number that I'm looking for as you're inputting your information, okay? Once you have this tab completed, Zade, thank you so much for sharing this and giving this as an example to the class. I really appreciate it.
Sorry that it wasn't like a good example.
It's a great example. So this is what you're doing. So you're taking your personal budget. You're going to grab the total from combined accounts. You're going to make sure it's right. We can go over Thursday if we need to. And you're inputting it into your budgeting planning. It's going to be December through May. The only column that you're entering data into is going to be the 6-month total, and it's going to evenly divide it across the 6 months. So we know clearly Zade did not take $869 and just, every month she spent $145 for car repairs. That's something that happened. And when it happened, that's how much she had to come out of pocket for. Our goal is to plan for these type of expenses and know, let me put aside $145 per month because this could occur. And when it occurs, the money's already there. You're not trying to dig it and get it from somewhere else. You're budgeting for it. So let me go to the next sheet. Any questions before I go on? All right. So this next one is budget versus actual. So what we do here is we take what was budgeted. So we budgeted $43 a month for these expenses, and we actually come in June and see what we used. Then we'll know how we did. All right. So let me show you how this is set up. The revenue stream is going to equal this revenue stream. If you have 3, there's space for all 3 of them. If you need to edit this spreadsheet to make it more, you can edit it to make it more. But right now, we're working with 1. So the budget is the same every month. It's just divided by the total of the expense, so it doesn't change. That's what we're going to put in for the budget on a per month basis through the end of the year, okay? So I'm going back over here to this budget versus actual. Right now I set at 0, and I'm going to type in and refer to the cell in front of me. If you would like to key it in yourself, like maybe go over here, print this out, you have all the numbers, and you just refer to it as you're entering the budget side, that's an option too. But I'm just going to go back and forth and enter the items in, okay? Zade, in the meantime, if you could pull up your June statement and let us know your income for June so we can see how your actual went and how it's going to compare to what you had budgeted for income.
All right.
All right. All right, so we have that one. All right, I got my bearings. So this is going to be plus this
Oh,
one.
I inputted June. I did December through June.
You just December through May. You did through June.
Oops.
I think everybody did. Did y'all do through June too on your personal bookkeeping? Is that what we gave to you? Even though June just ended?
We have through June. I haven't finished through June, but we have it.
Well, good. So we already have it. Oh my God, you guys. I just see another update we need to do then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 months. So my numbers are already skewed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, let me get my stuff together. So for Thursday, these templates coincide the way they need to coincide because these numbers have to make sense.
Okay.
All right. So June is already here. And it's bigger. It's 1456 and the budget is 959. So you've already done better.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. You made more than you budgeted for, which is good. Now, if it's on the expense side and your expense is higher than what you budgeted for, that's a problem. So we do want the income to exceed what you thought it was going to be.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to stop presenting now. You guys get the gist of it. This is where we're heading.
Sandra, I have a question though, real fast. In
Yeah.
that one that you have pulled up right now, the budget was 959, the actual was 1456. It's a positive difference. Why is it in parentheses?
I can change that. It's E7 minus F7. So let's do F7 minus E7. And so I'll do that so that it looks good.
Okay.
I'm with
I mean,
you.
because sometimes it might look bad, but that's because it is, right? Like we would be in the negative. It would make sense for it to, that's what the parentheses would mean, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. So, yep, I will update those so that it looks the way we need it to look so that we feel good about it. Because that was a feel good moment. Any other questions? So you get the process, you know what's expected of you when we meet again? Can somebody recap for me so I know y'all really on the same page with me?
So by Thursday, when we meet with you individually, you want all of the December through June to be completely done with our bookkeeping and then to have transferred those numbers into the budget and the budget versus actual by Thursday?
If that's something you can do. But before you go and transferring those numbers over, there's something I'm looking for.
everything to match.
Yes.
The totals to match, deposits, and the expenses.
Correct.
And then on each of those the budget sheets for the totals to be the same at the top and at the bottom.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And that's what I'll be looking for to make sure the formulas is doing what they're supposed to do and everything's flowing correctly. Does everyone now have their budget template available to them? All right. Any further questions before y'all go ahead and embark on this? All right. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for showing up for yourself. And we're here, hopefully the same slot we've had 2 weeks prior. Okay.
Great.
All right. Thank you,
Thank you.
guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Hey, Sandra,
Yeah.
this Thursday, can I have more than an hour? I mean, more than 30 minutes.
Yeah. You went from more than 30 minutes to more than an hour. I'm like, oh.
I was just thinking about time.
This was great, Zade. I thank you so much for sharing this.
I was sweating. I was like, everything's going wrong. Nothing's working right. I was like, use somebody else, please.
I think they needed that. I think they really needed to see what they may encounter without me here. And this video will be great for them to rewatch and, because we tackled quite a few things.
Yeah.
All right. Kyra, anything you need to grab before I exit?
For the templates that we already pre-did, like Nella and them, the templates are correct, except like it has December included. It just says January. I don't know why, because that budget I pulled, that was from the Google Drive itself in the classroom. So I don't know why it's like that, because that's what was given to me.
Mm.
Yeah. I thought it was, like I pulled it from the classroom. Like in the shared drive. I pulled it from there. But in Nella's, because I looked, this isn't Nella's. This is Nella's right here. It has, well, you can't see my screen, but it has, oh, I have to share. Give me a second. Why are you laughing, Beth? A tab. Share.
Today's class was deep, man. It was deep.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna take care of this real quick.
See, because it says December, January, February, March, April, May.
Yeah.
I just edited like the name of it, because it said January through May. I just edited, and I'm gonna check everyone else's, but I'm pretty sure if Beth did it, then it says December. It's just where I pulled that one and uploaded it to Zade's and Jasmine's. It didn't include that, and I don't know why. I pulled that from the file where it says materials for us.
Yeah.
I don't know why it said that. I don't know why.
No worries. All right. So we'll get them, make sure they have it. I'll update it, make sure the formulas connect, and see them Thursday. All right, I'm gonna exit.
Okay.